Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Tanisha, and today I'm going to be showing you the process of how I made this crochet cotton Relaxagon shirt for my husband as one of his gifts for Christmas. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate, or happy holidays if you don't celebrate. I want to keep this intro really short because there's not really much that I have to say. I pretty much show you like most of the steps along the way. I was on a mission to make my husband a Christmas gift. I didn't really know what I wanted to make him, but the idea came around with like this one audio clip.
So what kind? Like cotton?
Kind of like this, I like this one. Like saffron pants and a linen cotton shirt.
Like more of the beachy sort of. What colours would you like?
Earthy colours.
And so basically, based off that, I was like, okay. I have heard of this Relaxagon sort of men's crochet, like a very beachy sort of shirt. I've seen them for the past few years. I just never really had a reason to make it, and I was just a little bit intimidated, but it actually is a lot easier than I initially thought. I basically followed a YouTube tutorial. I'll link it down below if you also wanted to follow it. I explain in the video that I kind of stopped following that tutorial once I got the general of doing that pentagon stingray shape. I basically was just like, okay, I got the hang of it. I kind of stopped following it because also that was taking a really long time. The only time I went back to the video was when I made the collar. But anyway, without further ado, let's just jump right into the video and let's get started. Basically what I've made here is 5 clusters of the granny stitch. For one stitch you have to do 3 double crochets into one stitch. For example, that is one cluster, and then there'd be like a chain to make a space. So there's 5 of these little clusters, and that makes a circle. So just like the video that I'm following, I'm going to be doing a similar size. So right after I do this, I'm going to do chain 40. I'll tell you what, it feels so weird to be working with cotton because, well, I guess it's because it's 4-ply as well. I'm kind of more used to working with like 8-ply, which is kind of like a worsted weight, I guess. But like it's so slippery. Maybe my hands are just a little bit dry, but when I'm working with it, it just keeps slipping. So I hold the work with my left, the yarn goes through, and it just keeps like slipping. It's also very slippery on the hook itself. This tutorial that I'm following on YouTube requires a 3mm hook, but I'm using a 4 because I just love using my 4mm. And I thought that, you know, since today is 19th of December and I need it done obviously for Christmas, so like by Christmas Eve, I just thought that it would, you know, hurry it up a little bit using a bigger hook. So that's the granny stitch, but it's like really loose and I'm worried that it's gonna stretch even more. But then again, it shouldn't really, if it's cotton, right? I don't know, we'll see. So I've just got up to the first part of this. I've done 1/2. I'm assuming that much like a granny square, basically all of the parts on the circle that I did a chain 1 in between like each space, usually you do that to create a corner. So I'm assuming that once we get to this round part, I'm going to be working into these actual spaces. On this part, I'll do the same as what I did here, but then the next round, I'll be working into the spaces as well. But I think I'm only going to be creating corners on the round part, and then perhaps on the very bottom, like 2 corners sort of thing. I don't know. I also wanted to kind of say that I'm not really, like, I'm following this tutorial to get the right shape, but in terms of like the measurements that she's doing and with the placement of the stripes, I'm not following that, because as far as I'm aware, it's like once you reach the length that you want for the sleeve first, then you stop doing the sleeve and you only continue on the bottom half. Vice versa, if you reach the length of the bottom part, you stop and then you continue on the sleeve. And then once they're, I think once those are like the length that you want them, you only work on like the inside to make it keep like coming in the middle. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway, that's my rant over. I'm almost going to the thing. I'm just about to watch the video to see what I meant to do in this corner. I'll probably see you when I've done this circle bit. So yeah, I was correct. Basically, at least for this round, in all of the spaces that I had created in the original circle, I did 2 clusters of the 3. So 1 cluster, 2 cluster, with a chain stitch in the middle. Whenever there's a chain stitch in this circle part, and I think it's going to happen down at the bottom as well, you have to do, so 1 cluster with a chain stitch and then another cluster, because you're creating that's what creates that corner. You're supposed to make like a stingray shape. This is the stingray shape. I'm sure there's going to be a different step for when we get down to the bottom, because I'm sure that we're going to be making a corner there as well. So let's see. Alright, so I was correct. Basically what we did was we created 2 corners here. So when I got to the last stitch, I chained 1 and then did another cluster. And so I don't know if you could see, but on the end there's 1, 2, 3 clusters, and there's 2 chain spaces right here. On the next round, when I come to those chain spaces, I continue making a corner, just like a granny square, you know? As long as you don't stuff that up, you should continue creating this exact shape, but it'll just be growing. The person that I am making this for will be home in about an hour and a half, so obviously I can't be making it when he's around. So I'm going to try to get a lot of this done. And in case you're wondering, I'm going to keep going, and you know, I'll show you when I like add in the colors, but as far as I know, I think we're just going to continue around and round and round with that same pattern. Let's see how we go. So far so good. The quality of it feels really nice. So let's continue, and I'm just going to put some YouTube on or something. No more distractions, let's do it. We've only got 5 days, and I know that to some people 5 days might sound like a lot, but I'm not continuously working on it for 5 days straight. The person that I'm making it for, I live with, and they cannot see it. I want it to be a surprise. I also go to work. Let's go. I've done 5 rows. I'm gonna do my first color change here. I don't really know why. Actually, let's fold it and see. So it makes this, I've folded it in half. This is the shape that it's made. So that is the armpit, and it'll be hanging like this. If I make the color changes now, because I'm making it longer and longer this way, the lines are not gonna reach the edges. They're just gonna be like rounded, if that makes any sense. But I think this is a good point to change colors. So if I do 1 row, it doesn't quite make a stripe. It's more like dots because of the way that this stitch is. So I think I'll do 2 rows of the green. So I'm literally just like following the same pattern, and this is what it is looking like. Let's keep going. I'm literally doing my crochet in the bedroom. I'm not good at being sneaky. Still on that first row. Morning. I can't really talk that loud because my husband is in the other room. We both just woke up. It's like 8:40 or something. So had a little bit of a sleep in. He doesn't know I'm making this for him. And so I got up a little bit early. I'm gonna see how much I can get done. And then when he gets up, I'll pack it away quickly. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. I think there's 4 days till Christmas. I'm gonna see how much I can do now. I'm sorry about the whispering, by the way. I'm sorry. I know, it's annoying. Oi! Yeah? Don't come in here, okay? Yeah. I'm just wrapping presents and stuff. Voila. So I'm locked in my bedroom. Pretty sure he knows that I'm making something for him. But, you know, whatever. He still has no idea what it is. So it's okay. It's fine. It's the 23rd. I want to start on the second panel today, and we'll see how we go. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get cracking in my dreary old bedroom.
Works. It's the creative, this brand, Just Inking. Also, I think there was a little bit of brown on the brush. I don't think this is the palette's fault. It's just my unprofessionalism.
I wasn't meant to do this side. I was meant to stop here and only do the top from then on. So we've done this side. That side with the green. We're gonna miss this part. And then we're gonna start back here. This is the striping that I'm going for. Now all we need is one more side. One side. Two sides. Do not even ask me how long I was up last night making the second side. Do not even ask me. Left and right. Beautiful. That's what the stitching looks like up close. I just need to do the back. I need to connect the back, so I think I need to do like maybe 3 more rows of just the white in the back, so that there'll be some sort of line where the neck can go. After that, I'm gonna do the collar and then some sort of edge on the side and the bottom, and maybe a tiny one around the sleeves, just to like neaten it up, and then I'll add the buttons. That's the plan. It's the 24th and it's like 9 AM, so I think we can get this done today. She'll be right. She'll be right. Hello. Did I show you my new plant? How beautiful is she? Absolutely gorgeous. It is the evening of the 24th. I don't really think I showed you what I got done. So pretty much I have finished the button band, and I've done like some sort of crochet, like single crochet border along like the bottom. I've also done some sort of like 2 rows of single crochet around like the ends of the sleeves, just to make it look nice and neat. Just need to do the collar because I have no idea how to do that collar, and I want that specific collar. But and I've joined it in the back, by the way. I'm gonna set you down. Stay. Sorry if you're a little bit lopsided. We just had lunch, that's why there's all this crap in the way. My husband is out the back washing the dog, washing Alistair. So I probably have a little bit of time and I can talk. I have so many ends to weave in. It's actually not funny. This is what it looks like. This is what it's looking like so far. So I've done the borders along here to make it somewhat straight. I've done button bands, single crochet button band, just 4 rows. I'm putting like 5 buttons on, nice little wooden buttons. The only problem that I found out is that I somehow didn't do back rows properly, and so it's like wonky. I tried to fix it up, but it's like not straight. This side is nice and straight, but then, and so is this side, nice and straight, but then the back is like, and I've already done a border to try to make it straight as possible, but it's kind of like dips down. I don't really know what I did wrong there, but it's not too bad. And now it's nice and oversized so that if he buttons it up, it'll be nice. Like this. But that's the striping that I ended up doing, which I quite like. I like how this circles under the armpit, and then the rest of them don't do that, but they follow through on the other side. That's really cool. Okay, something really annoying is that I didn't realize that I probably wouldn't even have all of these ends, but when I was crocheting, I was under the impression, and although I kind of was correct with it, but like it wasn't as noticeable, when I was doing this stitch, I was like, I can only crochet going right to left. And then like when I stopped doing it in the round, I'm like, I want the right side to face out. So each time I finished a row, I cut the cord and then started again on the other side, because I was like, if I just go all the way down and then flip it and then go all the way back and then flip it and then all, like keep flipping it like how you normally do in crochet. I thought that I can't do that because I was like, you're gonna see those odd rows that like are clearly not, the stitch is not the right way around. And I tried that out in like some of the back ones, and guys, there's like hardly any difference between the stitches that are facing the right way and the stitches that are like where I've just continued and flipped it. There's like hardly any, there's like no difference. So I'm really annoyed that I could have limited the amount of ends that I have to tie in. But you know, whatever, it's done. So I'm gonna have to tie all those in. Oh, wait a sec. I locked him out. 1 sec. Okay, he's all good. It is in fact the 24th of December and it is 6:12 p.m. to show you. Probably should have done that at the start of the video, but totally forgot. Anyway, I'm going to get this collar done. That is my update. Sorry for the weird angle. Do you like my Christmas tree? And we finished our Let It Be jigsaw puzzle. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, you would have seen that I had posted. I've done some stories of how like we were trying to finish this. John was a bit of a hassle to do, but yeah, so that was fun. Anyway, I'm gonna stop dawdling and I need to get this done. Wish me luck. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Go. Woo! The buttons are not spaced evenly. But you can't really tell. I am done. I just need to weave in like a million ends and then we're done. Just the collar. time. It's not focusing, but it's pretty much 9 p.m. I've got all of the ends done. He's in there playing video games, so now I can finally wrap all of his presents. The buttons are really nice. I'm going to include like a proper try on where you can see the whole thing properly. I'll film a try on later on and I'll include it. I did it.
Wonderful time of the year.
Wait, why are you wearing that shirt?
Oh! I picked it. You made this.
Just the paint.
What do you think? You gotta take off that shirt.
You have to. And he was like, oh, I can't find the paint stuff. Oh. I lost it. It's really nice.
You like it?
Thanks, Rachel.
Okay guys, we are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, we made it. I made it, guys. I finished this just on time, literally at like 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy about that, and it turned out super, super good. One thing I kind of, well, not kind of regret, I feel like the texture of this top would have been nicer if I had used a smaller hook. So in the original video, I think, or in the pattern, I think she uses a 3mm, but I used a 4mm because I actually don't really know why. I don't think I own a 3. I think I've got a 2.5. I guess I just couldn't be bothered buying a new hook, and I love my handy dandy 4mm. It's what I use for most of my projects. So anyway, I kind of wish I wasn't lazy in that way and used a 3mm, because then it wouldn't be so very holy, very open, which is fine. With this particular one, you can't, I mean, you could, but it probably wouldn't look the best if he was like shirtless with just this on top. Like your skin would be showing quite a lot. So maybe in the future, I will use a 3mm, or alternatively, I could have used 8-ply, which is worsted weight cotton yarn, instead of this is 4-ply, so it's just a thinner. And I think that I could have gotten a similar effect. I'm really, really happy how it turned out. I'm glad that I went with these 2 colors. It's very earthy, very soft. It's the right size. The buttons, I love the buttons. I think the buttons look so nice. Oh, and by the way, he loved the shirt. If you couldn't see by his reaction, he loves the shirt. I'm worried that some of the ends are gonna come undone eventually, because some of them have already started popping out again. If you have any tips on like how to tie in ends without them just like popping out, I would greatly appreciate that. Also, by the time you're watching this, it's probably going to be 2025. Maybe. So if it is, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, happy 2025. Wow, another year gone. I'm so excited for 2025 and to see what it holds. I hope you had a lovely 2024. And I hope 2025 is even better for you. Thank you so much for watching once again. I really, really appreciate you being here. Leave me a like, subscribe if you like this sort of content. I just love making things. I love making things and sharing them with you. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you are in this world. Take care. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.